I know the date. Rent is due August 1st. And yes, I know I haven't gotten the 4th of July fireworks video done. Either one of them. The one from this year or the one from last year. I don't think I promised that I'd get them together in any sort of time frame, because I know better. But this story, I don't know why I did a Sean Connery there. I'm sorry, I apologize. Or I apologize. But anyway, this story needs to be told. It's a story of, in the end, there can only be one, but you've seen it. But no, this is me. Real life people. It happens. So, I needed a pallet jack last night. I'm a stalker. A stalker. If we're not doing it Connery-ized, I'm a stalker, in case you didn't know. So pallet jack is something I need somewhat regular basis, depending on what department I'm working. And they were in short supply last night. One of my friends went by and he said, or he asked me if I had a jack, and he's like, well, I guess it's off to grocery receiving to see if I can find one. Or he was going back to grocery receiving, actually, to see if he could find one. So I was like, well, apparently he's already been over there and there weren't any pallet jacks. So I thought, in all of my infinite wisdom, because this is a good idea, it is, I thought I would go out to the patio in Lawn and Garden. And this was my mistake. Because I thought, well, because sometimes it's, especially during the summer, they will have jacks out there. They'll get left out there or whatever. There was one time I went outside and I found 2 pallet jacks out on the patio. So I thought, okay, you know, that's a good hiding place, whatever, for a pallet jack. So I went out there and did my little boop-diddy-boop to get the door to open, and it slides open and it's just fine. And I see the trash can sitting in front of the door. Outside. There's a trash can that they have outside on the patio, and they've put that in front of the door, which I had seen them the last time that I went out on the patio. The trash can, for some reason, was in front of the door. Didn't think anything of it. So the door slides open, and I go out, I sneak out there. I'm impatient as it's slowly opening. And so I sneak out there and I kind of look around and, you know, I don't see any pallet jacks. So I attempt to go back inside. The door does not open. And sometimes, for like emergency purposes, you're supposed to be able to like pull the door open. So I try that. It doesn't budge. I try pushing from the other side, and it doesn't budge. And so I think I was kind of like, maybe the trash can for some reason is sitting in the way. I don't know, but usually if something's in the way of the thing, the sensor, it will just keep opening the door and closing. It'll try to close the door and then it'll open the door. Try to close the door and then it'll open the door. So I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, maybe the trash can's in the way? I don't know. So I moved the trash can, kind of went like this. Oh, this is lovely. On the security camera, I'm sure. With me just kind of standing there, like, not knowing what to do. So I tried pulling the door open again. It still doesn't move. Tried pushing it. Tried, like, pulling it from... And I was like, nothing was getting the door to budge. So I was kind of, like, thinking, I'm just like, okay... Who do I have on Messenger? Like, maybe I could try to call someone through Messenger. Like, because the only people's actual numbers that I have, I think, like, I don't think they were on duty last night. So So I was trying to think, I was like, can I maybe call somebody through Messenger? And then I finally thought, I was like, well, let me try to open the other door. Because there's actually 2 sets of sliding doors. And I went to pull that one open. Boom. Open like a charm. Like a whore's legs on prom night. Something, some kind of analogy. You know. So I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was like, I was just thinking, I was like, I'm going to have to call the store. And I'm going to have to, like, call someone out here and be like, I'm trapped on the patio. I need someone to come get me. Because, like, once you get out there, it's, like, all gated in. Unless you, like, jump over the gate or something. You know, like, the door, I mean, it's, you know, overnights, the gate is closed, you know. So, like, you're fenced in, you're trapped, you know, so it's kind of like, I didn't really know what to do. But yes, the second set of sliding doors pushes open like a charm, no problem. We're not done with this story. You want to know the real kicker? You want to know the real kicker? So, tried waving my arms, tried pulling, nothing would get this door open. But I go to, you know, click the little buttons to turn it off. Opens from the inside, no fucking problem. I think it kind of scared me too, because I wasn't expecting the door to open, so it's kind of like that. And then I was like, oh my, I'm pretty sure I flipped the door off. Because I was like, really? Really? Like, nothing I could do to get you open from the outside, and all I have to do is walk in front of your sensor on the inside, and boom, you just open like a horse legs on prom night, you know? It's like, Jesus. That's what really took it home. Let me tell you. Just the ridiculousness of all of that. It's gonna, like, I'm trapped on the patio. What do I do? But yeah, I could have called the store and been like, help? Somebody would have came out and got me if there was no other way to do it. But yeah, I come inside, go to turn the door off, you know, and opens no problem. I'm like, really? Last night wasn't so bad anyway. It's actually the best night at work that I've had in like 3 months. There was low stress, nothing, you know, wasn't buried in freight. I actually had an hour-long conversation with a nice lady this morning, because she was calling to ask about some medicine to see if we had it in stock or whatever, or because she couldn't remember what it was, but she was sending her daughter in later, or her daughter-in-law or somebody, and in that hour-long conversation, she asked about the medicine like twice, and the rest of it was just talking about like her kids, her grandkids, you know, her husband, her friends, like people she knew, blah 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 blah. So I mean, it wasn't a bad night, but I think even if, I don't know, I mean, maybe I would have reacted to it differently. I don't know if it had been a night where it was just kind of like, oh my god, I gotta get over there and gotta get my freight done and blah 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 blah, yada yada yada, you know. But or maybe it would have just set me off in the right mood, because it was just like, that the ridiculousness of that whole thing, and then for the fucking door to open as soon as I step in front of it on the inside. That's just the way today be, I guess. And I was telling the story because I'm telling everybody, you know, there you go. I even told the manager, I was like, if you want some more, you know, because they had the video of my fall a couple months ago, whenever the hell that was, and I was like, if you want more, You want more footage of me being a dumbass? Check the lawn and garden cameras to find me trapped on the patio. But so I was telling the story to other people, and someone I told, they were like, yeah, that door's been broken for about 3 weeks. I was like, oh, okay. Well, the last time I went to open it, there's different settings. You can put it on, like, auto, and it should, like, open and close, which is what I put it on. So it should have it should have opened and then closed and then opened, but it didn't. At least not from the outside. Inside, no problem. We copacetic on the inside. Just to go through all of that, and then have just the door open. Yeah. It's one big old middle finger. Like, you know, it's like, and like, you know, like, I gave it right back. I gave it some sass. I'm pretty sure. So, and then I come to find out, you know, the door's been broken for 3 weeks, which is why the trash can was in front of it. I'm like, oh, okay, I start Columboing this thing, you know, or Jessica, who's the Murder, She Wrote lady? I can't remember. But yes, I start putting the pieces together, and I'm like, oh, that's why the trash can was in front of the door. A sign, I think, would be more efficient and helpful. Hey, this door is broken. Don't get stuck outside. But thank you for not putting a sign there, because now I have a great story to tell. As I did. So, my goodness. Ridiculous. That's what my life is. And I guess I wouldn't have it any other way. 'Cause I'll tell you what, it's very entertaining to me. I've always said you can't laugh at me harder than I laugh at myself. So, God. But anyway, that's my funny work story. I might eventually get the fireworks video put together, or get another loot crate in. I feel like I haven't got a loot crate in a long time. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Maybe there's some porch pirates grabbed it, but they've been putting it in the box down there. So, but none of the because they have these bigger boxes down by the mailbox. And if they put something in the mail in the bigger box, they're supposed to put the key to that box in your mailbox, so that you know, hey, you have something in the box, grab it, unlock it, and get it. But like none of those boxes have keys anymore, and haven't for like at least a week. So I don't know if the boxes are broken, if other people have just had that many packages coming in that there's never. Because usually the keys are just hanging, you know, in the door to the bigger box. Or maybe they have the keys with them now instead of leaving them in the door. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. But I do have a bobcat over there. I have one bobcat over there. But I guess instead of just doing one bobcat at a time, I'll try to do multiple bobcats at once or something. Since it's usually, you know, little stuff. I haven't upped my donations or anything. Hello, Minxes. She's come to groom me. So, of course, well, I came in and I did my casino games and I fell asleep somewhere in the middle of my casino games, and now I'm awake and, you know, telling you this story. But she's making sure I'm taken care of. She's making sure I'm taken care of. Aren't you, Minxes? Aren't you, Minxes? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little story and laughed along with me at me, because go ahead, just do it. I'm ridiculous. And I have noodles. I have noodles in the microwave that have been there since I fell asleep at Lord only knows what time. For hours. For hours. I might need to reheat them. But anyway, that's what I got going on, and I will see you for what I see you.